I don't understand. What is this?
The alien got me up on the sky.
Literally the only good thing about this pandemic life is that if it's raining, we can just take the car. We don't have to ride our bicycle anyway. What do you reckon, Bubs? Ugh. Oh, I hate the rain! Let's go, okay. Fucking bullshit day. Oh my god, I hate driving the car. I hate it. This is why I ride my bicycle everywhere. Like, traffic is so intense. Like, I finally mastered driving on the wrong side of the road. But, like, in the rain especially, literally everyone is driving like I am. Like, they're doing the same thing I'm doing. They wouldn't drive normally, but because it's raining. Okay. It's cool. I'm just gonna go home, get a bit of coffee, have a banana, and maybe indulge in a bit of scrolling through the brand new NPR Book Concierge that just came out for 2020. And maybe I'll have a look at the brand new Pop Sugar Reading Challenge that's come out for next year and just have a chill for approximately 20 minutes before I get going with work. Just have like a calming, cheer up vibe. Don't even think about it. No. Oh, I hate driving. I hate it. This guy just went across the road. Just traffic's going, traffic's moving, and he's just running across the road. He could not wait 4 seconds for a gap in traffic. He needed to get that breakfast now. Oh, that little girl had like a really cute butterfly umbrella. Oh, another guy just running across the road. You will die. One good thing about driving the car, I now get to sit in the car and not go in the house. Like, it's warm, like the heat's on, there's tunes. Like, basically the only thing I'd need now to make it perfect is like a snack or something. Okay, I am in a way better mood because I've been going through the NPR Book Concierge. Like, can I just give you a bit of a primer to the NPR Book Concierge, just in case you don't understand how awesome it is? Okay. So, NPR, just in case you don't know, is like the American version of the BBC, like National Public Radio, like publicly funded radio, but quite badly funded, like compared to the BBC and stuff. But it's still really good. Like, they do news and everything, like they're a news like radio channel mainly, but they also do like, you know, like side things like human interest and stuff, and they do like book reviews and interviews with authors and stuff like that. So over the course of the year, the staff, all of the sort of book reviews and book chats and things that they do, at the end of the year they pick out their favorites and they sort of bring them into like different categories. So I could pick, like, okay, say the other day I was looking for mystery books or like murder thriller type books for my friend's book project where she's trying to read like a murder mystery book from every country for the year. So she's like, oh, I'm missing a couple countries. What like murder mystery books should I do? So I was like, oh, I'll go into my Book Concierge and look for, first of all, mysteries and thrillers, and also I'll click on tales from around the world, and we have these ones for this year. Oh my god, they're so good. Gin Patrol, the Purple Line. I actually have that book in my house ready to go, so I already know about that one. But these other ones, I don't think I've heard of this one. I've also heard of this one, but I think the rest of them are new to me. Oh my god, I love when that happens. So then basically you roll your thing over the top, tells you about it, and then gives you an option to read more, and it just pops up with like a quick blurb, and then tells you what categories it's in, you know? So it's a bit grim, it's a bit dark, but also family matters and ladies first, you know, that's quite interesting, and then gives you like a blurb. And you can turn it to just a list. So back to list, and then you can look at it just as like categories and covers and stuff, or you can just start the list from the get-go, like alphabetical, like these are literally all the books. Like if you're more like, oh, I need to hit every single one and not browse. Oh my gosh, I just found this one. I think this one's gonna be funny. Stand-up comedian roasts the states. The chapter on New York is called The Quiet State with the City That Never Shuts Up. In Texas, the toxic masculinity is thicker than the methane from the cattle. This one is a graphic novel about the Kent State University shootings in 1970. Ooh, this one's about the first Black woman to ever publish a book in America. She was a slave in America. She was stolen from Gambia when she was 7 years old. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna write that one down now. This one's about a girl in love with a ghost. It includes both love stories and let's talk about sex. Ghost sex, guys. I'm writing it down. It is wine calendar o'clock. Whoa. Literally no idea. It's red wine, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna Google it. Okay, so Toriga is apparently a Portuguese red wine grape. I've never heard of it, but I'm sure it's lovely. But I forgot to say about yesterday's one that came in the calendar, and that one looks delightful, which is a Sauvignon, and it's from New Zealand. I'm pretty excited for that. I might bust into it later. Okay, we're back on the bike, thank God. Stopped training, but now we're gonna haul ass because the cemetery closes soon. We don't have enough time to go all the way around before I can get Alma to tennis, so it's a dilemma. Hi, monkey! Shitballs. Now we gotta haul ass to tennis. Like the baby's running. It's not too far away. But I'm bringing a coffee with me because it's cold as shit and it's outside, so I can't go that fast. Dun dun dun! Boom! Success. That's right, friends. That's how you do it. Anyway, while I'm sitting here doing nothing, waiting for my kid to finish tennis, following on from yesterday when I was saying about the books that I read for Indigathon, I couldn't really say them all because it was like ending up really long. I was like, this vlog is too long. So I was like, oh, I'll just divide it between vlogs and like talk about, you know, a couple of November's reads at a time throughout the month. So 2 more books that I read for Indigathon, which were quite good. The first one was The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, I think is his name. Like, I'll put it up there. But the author is like really, like, I'd never heard of him before, but people, you know, really love him. Like certain people, like, he's got quite a cult following. And I'll probably look for other books that he's written as well because I did really like his writing style. But anyway, the book. Someone just walked over close to me and it's weird that I'm talking to myself. Anyway, so the idea for this book is that it's like 4 teens, and they're Native American, they're Blackfeet, and they go hunting one day, and everything sort of goes a bit wrong with the hunting experience. Like, they end up killing way too many elk, and they do it on land they're not supposed to hunt on. So when people come and they're about to get busted for hunting where they're not supposed to be hunting, and they have to get rid of like all this meat, like that's like a serious no-no. It's really bad. First of all, they hunted where they weren't supposed to hunt, and then like they killed all these elk and they didn't eat it and they didn't give it away and they didn't dress it. They just let it like rot in the ground. And there's one kid is particularly upset because he kills like a mother elk who's pregnant, and like really upsets him for like the rest of his life. He's really upset that, you know, he did that. He killed this like mother elk and then just left it without doing anything with it. So then 10 years later, they're just living their normal lives, just sort of going about their regular everyday, when the elk mother gets her revenge in like the form of like an elk head woman or something. Like, it sounds a bit hokey now that I'm saying it, but it was like good. It was like, you know, she like started coming for like their families and like everyone they loved and everything, and like I really loved it. I really loved the story. I really loved the writing and the characters and everything. The only thing that I couldn't get on with was the gore, which I think a lot of people say, oh, it's so gory, blah blah blah, but they always say it with like, oh, but it's a bit gory, blah 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 blah, and I think I'm just a wimp. Like, I can't be coping with the gore. Like, I had to sort of fast forward through all these like really gory scenes. Like a dog gets like trampled to death and like pulled apart into pieces, and like someone gets scalped in a really horrible way and stuff like that, and I think it really like dampened down my enjoyment of it. But other than that, I really liked it. I think I'm definitely going to look and see if there's other books that he's written. But then another one that I read is I Can Promise This by Christine Day, and this was actually a middle grade book, but I really liked it. I think of all the books I read for Indigathon, that was actually the best one. And the idea is this girl is the daughter of a woman who was adopted out to a white family. So she's Native American, and something bad happened to her mother, like you don't know until the end. She was adopted by a white family, and so her daughter, like the main character of the book, she doesn't really know anything about being Native American. Like, she knows that she obviously is, but she doesn't know like where she comes from or what tribe she comes from. She has no like real connection to that sort of part of her identity. And she's with all of her friends, and they go up into the attic, and she finds this box with like pictures of a woman who has her same name. She's like, oh my god, like, you know, this is how I got my name. I have to ask my parents, but her parents are really like cagey about it and like won't tell her anything. So she gets really angry, and she sort of goes on this sort of like trying to figure out what's happened. But in the end, it sort of all comes together, and I really liked it. It was really good. I'll update you on the rest of my November reads tomorrow. You're gonna warm me up?